Good evening, all the people that are out there watching me. All like 5 of you. I think we're shifting our schedule. Now, we're no longer going to just do like morning lifts. I've been trying to do I have been doing I just lift in the mornings before work. And like, it's not terrible, but I, with like a burning passion, despise waking up early to go to the gym. Like, I'll do it because going to the gym is important to me, but I despise it. So I think we're going to try for like the next couple weeks to do it where we go to work, like we sleep in, wake up to go to work, and then go to the gym and do our cardio after. Emphasis on doing the cardio because that's really important. But it is 9:30 right now. We actually got out early today. They ended our shift early, so technically I'm supposed to be getting off right now, but I'm headed to the gym. So that is nice. That is very nice. But today is just, I think this is my favorite day of the lifting week. It is literally just upper body stuff. I mean, I love my lower body, but the simplicity of just doing upper body specific stuff, like bench, and then more chest stuff, and then back stuff, and then arms, it just feels nice. I do like it. So I think this is the beginning of the block, so that shouldn't be that difficult of a day. But my bench seems to be going up. It's going up. I think we're getting near where we were before. So I am looking forward to that. Still waiting for the day when 405 comes back. I feel like that's in the next few blocks. I feel like it's there. I can sense it. It's like the taste is on the tongue. So we're hoping that that occurs soon. But yeah. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, this been thinking so one of the, actually I was thinking about this over the last few days, but I was thinking about how, I don't know, all of the worst decisions I've made in my life, I guess the most consequential decisions that have like impacted my life in the most negative ways, I've done like when I've been solo. And when I say solo, it's like a solo made decision where I don't ask for the counsel of other godly men in my life. It could be like maybe girls I've talked to, or I started like, I guess, pursuing a relationship with that I shouldn't have. Like all of the bad like life decisions I've made have usually just been decisions where I kind of think deep down I know are bad decisions, so I hide them and like I just make them by myself and just think, hey, I really want it, so I'm just going to secretly make this decision and it'll pan out exactly how I want. That's usually never how it happens. So I mean, shoot, but the best decisions I've ever made are with the community, like that biblically solid community that has developed around me. I mean, decisions that are usually a lot tougher to make. It could just be like career decisions that need to be made, decisions to end relationships that need to happen, even though I'm like really, it's hard to look at a pretty lady and say, I don't want to be with you anymore. That is a decision that is very difficult to make, but one that I find is essential to have that strong community. But when I have that really good godly brotherhood around me, that's usually when my life is like going really strong in the right direction. That's when things seem to be clicking. All areas of my life seem to be firing on all cylinders. Things seem to go very, very well. And when I try to separate, or maybe not separate, but whenever I try to, in specific areas, make solo decisions and try to go out on my own, that's when mistakes are usually made. I think that's probably the occurrence with most people. I notice it all the time when I make those bad decisions. So I mean, like in one of the more recent instances, there was a decision I know needed to be made. It was with a girl I was talking to. Needed to be made. I needed to end it. And I knew like I couldn't bring it up by myself, because that's kind of as one area where I know most people are surprised that I struggle with the most. But it's with the ladies. Like, it's holding back when it comes to the ladies. Like, telling them the things that they don't want to hear. I mean, I'm the guy, that dude on whatever who's never slept with a woman before. And that's like my weakness is women. Like, whenever they want something, I pretty much just give it to them. Yeah, but I found out, like, in the most recent one of the most recent relationships I was in, I had to, like, I knew I couldn't make this decision by myself. I kind of needed those brothers around me to help me come to this decision that I knew needed to be made. So I brought them around, and I just, like, counseled with them. I told them exactly what was going on, and they were like, dude, you gotta cut this off, man. This needs to end. And it's like one of the hardest decisions I've had to make, but one I knew was absolutely necessary. I knew it before I made the decision, but having those godly men around me, having that really solid community is like with me, and I'm sure it happens with a lot of people, it's like the key that really helps you make those tough decisions that must be made. The ones that most people would never make. They would rather just make the terrible decision that satisfies them in the moment, and really they pay the price in the end. I guess going on in the relationship down that road, it's usually the guys who they don't want to cut off this terrible relationship because they like having that lady on their arm. I like going to bed next to a woman every night. They don't want to be alone. But I don't think they realize, again, it's just like the cost of being a really unfit person, physically fit, a really unfit person. You don't see the consequences right here and now. There are a few consequences, like you can't get up and do things as easily. Your athleticism is obviously not there. But you don't realize the major consequences that are down the road. Like in physical fitness, you don't realize that you'll probably spend the rest of your life in a bed once you hit probably the age of 60, 65. You'll be really atrophied. Your bones will be breaking down. Osteoporosis might kick in, all this arthritis, and your body will just start to deteriorate because you're not asking it to do anything. Its adapting ability has not been asked to grow muscle, strengthen those tendons, all of the bones. Whereas, I mean, people who take care of their physical fitness, they'll go into their 80s and 90s and still be lifting hundreds of pounds and being able to walk around and do things with their kids and great-grandkids. And it's incredible. But just like in a relationship where, you know what, I don't want to end this because it's really hard. I don't want to be alone. I'll be lonely. I would rather just have a woman I can have in my arm and someone I can kiss at night and like be able to share memories with. But you don't realize like that person that you're deciding to be with, even though you know it's not good, and you do it for those momentary pleasures, like it's not worth having that contentious person always next to you. That person who's always argumentative and questions literally everything you do. And as you just feel that doubt on your shoulder, that massive weight. And it's just not worth it in the long run. And eventually one day they might just leave you. And that day you'll have kids, you'll have all this financial burden. And it just will be a weight that if you would have made that decision in the past to end things, it would have made your life so much more doable. And it would have made, in that moment, you would have realized that's a better decision that should have been made. And I think it's it's a lot of, all of that, words are hard, all of that is usually, I think, really comes together when you have that community around you, that really solid community that always is pushing you to be a better man or woman, that really solid community who points you in the correct direction, in that biblical direction, to really, I guess, center your focus on the right decisions that need to be made. And they're usually the harder ones, but the godly men and women around you that help you do that, they're worth keeping around. Yeah. I have been thinking about that pretty recently, but we're at the gym. Probably see you guys in like a few seconds. Alright, well, so far it's feeling pretty good. We're doing sets of 3 today. I think we're starting to we've been going, I think it was like, we started at going for sets of 5, then we went down to sets of 4 last block. In this block, we're going for sets of 3. I think we're probably going to start doing singles here pretty soon. But my coach, he programmed RP 8 to 9 today. But it's week 1. I think he meant 6. So we're going to do RP 6, which is not this. This is one more warm-up set. And I think we'll go 150 for a set of 3, RP 6. I think that's a safe bet. But it's feeling pretty good right now. We'll see how it goes. And, yeah. You guys tell me if this is a good call. I think it will be. I think it will be. Like to introduce all right. How good? It was 135. Yeah, I think 150 is a good call. I think yeah. I think 150, that'll be yeah. I don't know, for some reason, like during that set, I was thinking this is 125, this is way too heavy. But for a 135, that felt really good. Okay, well, we'll throw 150 on it, and we'll see how it feels. I think my body's still getting used to the new time that we're lifting, but I think it's getting used to it more and more. So let's see how this goes. I think I have a good feeling about it. All of a sudden, I'm having doubts this is going to go well, but we'll see. I think this is good. I think we'll got this. Nice. All right. Okay. Good call. Good call. That felt good. I think, yeah. I think I'm getting used to being over 150 now. Because, like, I think there's, like, still a doubt that I can do it. And it's like, I don't know, I just feel like my body's not used to being above 150. But the more we do it, the easier it's getting. Obviously, it's not like easy, but it becomes easier and easier as we continue to go through it. But yeah, that felt good. That felt good. I'm not too worried now. But we'll see. Yeah, because the thing is, 405 is like 180 something. It's like 182.5. So, I'm feeling like if 150 starts to become a routine light week, I think that 182.5 will fall pretty soon after that. But this is week one, so. But this is just like the top set for week one. Once this becomes the back down set, or we're starting to approach this in our back down sets. I think once we're in the 140s for our back down sets, that's when our eyes are going to be set on that 182.5. But this did feel good today. I'm happy with this. And I think my body is getting used to lifting after work. This wasn't as bad as last week. Last week wasn't bad. It was just like my body just felt tired. So I think it's just getting used to it. Give this another week of my body making this adjustment, and I think that's when we'll be set. But let's finish out the rest of this pre-ruck warm-up. Yeah, feeling good today. This is nice. Shoot. I think I manifested this. Last week I was saying how it sucks that it goes only from 110 straight to 120. There's no 115 jump. I brought these into existence. He got 115s. Now between 120 and 130, that's a future problem. We don't have that yet. But I feel like if I wish upon that this week, it'll happen. But we'll go 115s today. It's only supposed to be a 6. So it's not supposed to be too difficult. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking for difficult. We'll see how this goes. All right. Oh, lightweight. Oh, these even smell new. Oh, they're nice. This is nice. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. I'm seeing the sparkles in my vision. All right. All right. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, that was a 6. To be fair though, I'm taking really long breaks between sets and these exercises. But see, that's the nice thing about going to the gym after going to work. I don't feel rushed. I feel like I can take my time. I can do my thing. There's not a time crunch to it. It's not an added time crunch on top of the difficulty of being in the gym and lifting the heavy weight. All I have to worry about is just lift the heavy weight. And then once I'm done, I'll just meander back home, throw 50 pounds on my back, and then go walk 3 miles. Walk/run. I've been doing a mix of walk-run. So I'll do I think I heard this maybe listening to the One's Ready podcast a year ago. Not a year ago, 2 years ago. And some guy was saying how when he rucks, he does a walk-run medley where it's he'll go 20 to 40 steps where he's walking, and then 10 steps where he's a good pace jog. And it cuts a minute and a half off of his ruck times. So I was hey, I'm gonna try that out. And it seems to work really well. Yesterday I was threw my like 40, 50 pound ruck on and did that, and it felt good. Like my heart rate was kind of peaking, not peaking, but like it was getting a little higher. It was a little more difficult effort, but like it was kind of the perfect mixture of running and rucking to me. I liked it. I think I'll do that today. And I think on Tuesdays and Thursdays, when I'm not at the gym, those are the days I'm going to do like my new ruck that my mom bought me. She's so kind. Getting the things that make me suffer a little bit more. I'm going to put my ruck and then my hunting backpack with all the sandbags in it. And I think that should be like, maybe like 80 to 100 pounds, somewhere in there. And I'll probably do 2 to 3 miles with that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Just for that like extra difficulty. I think that'd be a good mix. But yeah, that seems to be going pretty well. I think, and like I'm starting to see my cardio get a whole lot better with this new mix in my training sets, and this new training block I've taken on with cardio. But eventually, I know eventually I'll start doing swimming as well. Again, I'll probably do swimming on Tuesdays and Thursdays and do the rucking on the days I lift. And I think that's the plan right now. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, all right, one more set of this. Then we gotta get to our other accessories and get out of here. Jeez. 45s are too easy. Warm up complete. All right, that felt good tonight. That bench was feeling good. It wasn't feeling like incredible, but it felt good. That was a good bench. I felt like I was happy with how that 150 moved. I know I was saying how like 150 always kind of feels heavy now. I mean, it's definitely doable. It's not like I'm wondering whether I'm going to hit it or not. It's now me asking the question, sorry for having the lights off. It's now me asking the question if I think it's going to be more or less difficult. I know I can do it. I know these sets, 3, 4, 5, like sets of 3, 4, or 5, I know I'll be able to hit it. It's really just asking the question, how hard is it going to be? Today it was moderately easy. Like, it wasn't easy, but it was moderately easy. I think it was probably an RP 6.5, but for coach, I say 6. But yeah, it seems like it's trending in the right direction. The 150s were a lot harder like a block or two ago. So this is a good sign. And I think we're starting to move towards doing singles probably next block or the block after, which I'm definitely excited for. I think that block, I might be getting close to 405 again. I think if we just stay really consistent with going to the gym and really just putting that effort in, making sure we hit all of our lifts, all of our movements, all of the accessories, I think 405 might be on the menu. And I will be able to take back my man card that was oh so viciously ripped away from me. I mean, like, it was weird. Like, today sitting at the bench, looking at those 2 red plates and the yellow plate, I mean, it's 150. And compared to where I was before, that's little to nothing. But also compared to where I was before, that's like unbelievable. I mean, I remember right after the crash when I first got back to benching, it was a struggle to do like sets of 5 to 10 with just like 130, not 135, probably like 185. It was so demoralizing. But now I'm back to doing like mid 300s pretty consistently. It just kind of hit me today. Like, I have like essentially crawled through broken glass on hands and knees, like really treacherously just pushing myself through extreme difficulty. But it's not just been a solo endeavor. I mean, yes, going to the gym, that's a solo endeavor. But it's all with support from my parents, my church family, like people who are really involved in my life, who are always there, who are calling me consistently, who are always checking up on me, seeing how I'm doing, where I am in life, encouraging me, giving me truth when I need it. That's really where like I see so much of the progress, and I am extremely thankful for that. But it has not been super easy. It is kind of like this is all hitting me as I'm sitting there looking at 150 kilos, which is like a 331 pounds. Yeah, it was a sobering reminder, but very happy for it. But I guess on worse news or parallel news, whatever it is, I don't know how you interpret that last monologue I just went on, but I did get shot down from the fire department that I was really going for. I think they had a lot of characteristics that I think I align with very well. It's a very like blue collar department. But I got to the first interview, and I think I know what it was. They have 6 core values, and I got 4 of them right. And it was like while I was going to the interview, I kept hammering in my head, Mason, when you get there, memorize the core values. Because I had like memorized them before, but I just wanted to make sure I had them. So like in the heat of the moment, I'll be able to just rapid fire shoot them out. So they knew I knew what they were. But I got there, and all of a sudden started getting in conversation with a few of the captains that were there, other candidates that were in the selection process as well, and I totally just forgot to review them. So I knew they were going to ask the question when they asked me, what are our 6 core values? I got 4 out of the 6 right, and I knew I forgot those 2. So I'm fairly certain that's what got me kicked out. But hard lesson learned. I know being really meticulous about these basic knowledge points for the department that you're applying to and interviewing for, it's really important. Those characteristics that they're looking for inside of you, those are extremely important. But also convincing them that you do like their department, that you want to be there for the long haul, and that even when times get extremely difficult, that you're going to be there side by side with your crewmates, with those other firefighters, with your engineer, with your captain, that when things get tough, when those long nights hit, you're going to be there right by their side. And they want to be convinced that you really are passionate about this department. And me not knowing 2 of those core values didn't really sell them on that, which I totally understand. Makes sense. They also sent me an email saying they refused to let candidates know why they weren't chosen. But that's my best guess. I'm fairly certain that was it. But now I know for the future. But yeah, so I'm also in the selection process with 3 more. One of them is another very similar like department that I'm really hoping I get into, and really and has my future job like set, that I know somebody who's actually came from this department into the future job I want. So this is now my new number 1 pick. I'm hoping I can get in that one. We'll see how it goes. But really, now I'm going to make sure that I memorize those core values with whatever department I'm applying and interviewing for. I'm going to make sure I hammer those home. But, yeah. But now, I have gotten my ruck warm-up done, and I'm driving home to get my 3-mile ruck on. I got all my upper body prepped for it, and my lower body is fresh and ready to go. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But it's weird. I'm doing this at 12 o'clock tonight. I guess in the morning, whatever, 12 o'clock, whatever you say that is. 100 hours, whatever you say. Ready to go. And yeah, I think I'm actually kind of liking this new schedule flip. I think I'm starting to get used to the hour change. Oh, we got sirens somewhere. I don't know where those were. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah. Getting used to this schedule change. Yeah. But, I mean, like, it's kind of strange. Like, I think it gives me more of an ability to focus heavily on my patient interactions while I'm in my ambulance EMT job. I think it's actually pretty good. Actually, this week has been my craziest week so far as an EMT. I had 2 code 3 calls where, like, mid-drive, symptoms started to pop up suggesting we needed to go code 3. So I got to go lights and sirens for the first time ever. That was kind of cool. But the only negative was the code 3 that was the most significant. The patient did not like the lights and sirens. So when we got there, they kind of freaked out pretty bad and tried to AMA. So they tried to dip. And we were like 45 minutes from where they lived. So kind of sketchy. But we eventually convinced them to go back into the emergency room. So didn't turn out too bad. And then the other code 3, we got there. We sat in the parking lot for like 30 minutes. And all of a sudden the patient just manifested and decided, I don't want to be in an ambulance anymore. I don't want to be at this hospital. Again, about 45 minutes from her home. And just decided to dip. And this one actually took off running. So they are now in the location of that hospital, 45 minutes away from their house. And yeah, I don't know how they're doing. I'm praying they're doing fine. But this week has been an interesting week. I usually, my patients, I guess, this week were either very calm, cool, and collected and enjoyed being there with us, or they were very, very antsy. So, yeah, this week was an interesting week. But today was pretty chill. Nothing too crazy. But I'm getting ready to do this ruck thing. I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace.